Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I am Muhammad Rizwan Amin. Today we will
Assalamu
discuss interview questions and answer. टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने से पहले आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दे ताकि आपको हर आने वाली नई वीडियो मिल सके। आज का जो टॉपिक है इसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि अगर आपका बैचलर कंप्लीट हो जाता है तो आप किसी भी कंपनी में जॉब के लिए जाते हैं या किसी भी यूनिवर्सिटी में आप जॉब के लिए जाते हैं तो उसमें किस तरह के बेसिक सी प्लस प्लस और ऊप के जो बेसिक क्वेश्चंस क्या होते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर वन, डिफरेंस बिटवीन सी एंड सी प्लस प्लस। C language is a procedure-oriented programming language. C++ is a partially object-oriented programming language. C, it follows top-down approach, and C++ it follows bottom-up approach. It does not support function or operator overloading, and it supports function as well as function overloading. C language does not support virtual and friend function, and C++ language supports both virtual and friend function. C language has 32 keywords and C++ language contain 52 keywords. Question number 2. What is a class in C++? In C++, a class is a user-defined data type that serves as a blueprint or template for creating objects. It encapsulates data variable also known as attribute or data members and functions method or member function that operate on the data into a single organized unit is called a class. Object are defined as an instance of a class. Once the object is created, then it can operate on both data members and member function. Question number 3. What are access modifier? C++ utilize access modifier also known as access specifier to control the visibility and the accessibility of class member, data members and member function. These modifiers are fundamental to achieving data hiding and encapsulation, key principle of object-oriented programming. They determine how and where class members can be accessed from the parts of the program. There are the three main types of the access modifier. First one is public, private. Private members are accessible only within the same class. Second one is public, members are accessible from the any part of the program. Third one is protected, members are accessible within the class and the derived class. Question number 4. What are C++ OOP concept? Object. An instance of a class containing data and methods. Class. A blueprint for creating object defines attribute and function. Inheritance. Mechanism that allow one class to inherit properties and behaviors from another. Polymorphism. Enable functions or methods to behave in different way based on the object that invokes them. Encapsulation. Bundle data and method that operate on the data within a single unit while restricting access. Abstraction. Hide internal complexity and shows only essential feature to the user. यहाँ पे जो ऊप के 4 बेसिक पिलर है उनमें से भी ये इनहेरिटेंस, पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म, इनकैप्सुलेशन एंड अब्स्ट्रक्शन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 5, डिफरेंस बिटवीन while loop and do while loop. While loop, the condition is checked before execution of the loop body. Do while loop, the condition is checked after the loop has executed. The while loop, the loop may not execute at all if the condition is false initially. Do while loop, the loop will always execute at once regardless of condition. Basic structure of while loop, while condition, curly bracket, code, then closing curly bracket. And do while loop, do, then code, while condition is last. Ideal when the loop should only run if the condition is initially true. Ideal when the loop must run at once even if the condition is false. And basic structure of while loop below and do while loop are also given. Question number 6. What is a constructor? A constructor is a data member that invoked whenever we create an object. It has the same name as that of the class. There are two types of the constructor: default constructor, parameterized constructor. Question number 7. Which of the following operator can be overloaded? Answer is C. What is operator overloading? Operator overloading is a mechanism in which a special meaning is given to an operator. For example, we can overload an operator. Plus is a class like string to concatenate two strings by only using addition. What if compile a program without main function? Yes, we can compile a program without the main function, but we cannot run or execute the program because the main function is the entry point from where all the execution being, and without the entry point, the program is not executable. Question number 10. What is operator overloading and function overloading? Operator overloading allows operator to have an extended meaning apart from their predefined meaning. Function overloading define a method in such a way that there are multiple ways to call them. For example, two example of function overloading. The function is sum. First function is called a single parameter and second function sum is called a two parameter. What is the difference between equal to and assignment operator? The assignment operator assigns the value of the right variable to the left variable. The equal operator checks whether two values are equal or not. If equal, then it's true. Otherwise, it will return false. Question number 12. When void return type is used. Void return type is used when we do not want to return any value of the function. It specifies when the function does not return a value. Function with void return type completes its task and then return the control to the caller. Question number 13. What is call by value and call by reference in C++? In call by value method, we pass the copy of actual parameter to the function formal parameter. This means if there is any changes in the value inside the function, then that change will not affect the actual value. In call by reference method, the reference or address of actual parameters is sent to the function formal parameter. This means any changes in value inside the function will be reflected in the actual value. Original value and modifier. If modified, yes, call by reference. If modified, no, call by value. What is inline function? The inline function is expanded in line when it's called. When this function is called, the whole code of the inline function get inserted or substituted at the inline function call. Syntax: inline, then return type, and then function name and parentheses parameter, and also body. Question number 15. What are pointer in C++? Pointer are the variable that hold the memory address of another variable. The type of the variable must correspond with the type of pointer. Syntax: type static name. Pointer in C++. What is the scope resolution operator? The scope resolution operator is represented as the operator is used to associate function defines to particular class. The operator is used for the following purpose: to access a global variable when we use a local variable with the same name. to define a function outside the class. For example, y access the global variable in C++ program. Int x 100 is a global variable. Int main and int x x is equal to 50 is a local variable. For example, print the value of the local and global variable. See out local x is equal to x and global x. The value is output shows below x is equal to 50 and global variable x is equal to 100. What is the size of the data type? What is the size of int data type? Answer is 4 byte. What is std in class in C++? The answer is std is a standard name place in C++. Which of the following will give the size of object R type? Size of. Question is 20. Which of the following is not the member of class? Answer is friend function. Question number is 21. 22. What is STL? STL stand for Standard Template Library. It is library of container template that provide generic class and functions. STL components are container algorithm and function objects. Container sequence container, associative container, and drive container. Question number is 23. What is friend function? A friend function can be defined as a function that can access private, public, and protected member of the class. The friend function is declared using the friend keyword. This function is declared inside the class. Okay. What is copy constructor? A copy constructor is a member function that initializes an object using another object within the same class. For example, the constructor is of two types: default copy constructor and user-defined copy constructor. See, copy constructor in C++, polymorphism, default copy constructor, and user-defined copy constructor. Question number is 24. What is inheritance? Inheritance is a mechanism in which we can create a new class. New class is also child class from the existing class. Existing class is also parent class. The child class is also known as derived class and parent class is also called a base class. Question number is 25. What is abstraction? Abstraction can be defined as a technique in which we only show functionality to the user. For example, the detail that we want the user to see while hiding the internal details are implementation detail. For example, this diagram is showed abstraction, vehicle, implementation, car and boat and plane. Pick the correct statement about string object in C++. The answer is C. String objects have a dynamic size. Question number is 27. What among these is used to return the number of characters in the string? Answer is C. Both size and length. Question number is 28. How does the strings are stored in the memory? Answer is contiguous memory location. Contiguous. Question number is 29. What is the difference between new and malloc? New is an operator, malloc is an function. New, it calls the constructor, malloc function does not call the constructor. New, there is no need to specify memory size while using new. Malloc, we have to specify the memory size. New operator can be overloaded, malloc can never be overloaded. Question number is 30. What is the difference between prefix and postfix? In prefix, first the value is incremented and then the value is assigned to expression. And postfix, in postfix, for example, I++, the value is assigned to the expression and then the variable value is incremented. Thank you. उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपको ये क्वेश्चंस हेल्पफुल होंगे। अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी है तो वीडियो को लाइक कर दें, वीडियो को सब्सक्राइब कर दें, शेयर कर दें। अल्लाह हाफिज।